Episode 21.
21.
You're getting on my nerves.
Already, punk. We just came from seeing
WALL-E.
WALL-E. And before we even talk about, I would implore the studios, can you stop showing previews that tell so much of the story? I would have loved to gone into this movie knowing nothing, having seen nothing. I think it would have just been such a different experience, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
With watching it unfold. But as it is, what are we saying about this movie?
A+.
A+. And in the Pixar catalog, how would you put this one? You know, top, middle, bottom, where would you put it?
Top.
The very top.
Well, I would say second.
What would be the top Pixar movie?
It's a tie. Finding Nemo and Monsters, Inc.
Monsters, Inc. is one of his all-time favorites. Finding Nemo is really great, and The Incredibles I love to death. Anyway, we're not here to talk about that, but we're here to talk about WALL-E. So, can you give us like a brief synopsis? I could. Could you tell us a brief synopsis without giving anything away what this movie's about?
Well, there's this robot who just like scoops up dirt from that people just throw in space. Right?
Did you watch the same movie I did? He's on Earth because Earth has become ruined, abandoned and ruined with garbage. And he takes garbage, metal especially, and compacts it into little squares, and then builds these crazy like skyscrapers out of it to get it out of the way. And then he gets well, why don't you tell us then what happens?
Girlfriend?
Well, he ends up a pod is sent back. All the humans are now living in a space station of sorts, and their bodies have just degenerated into nothing. The big fat blobs, and they sit on these flying couches, and everything's fed, and everything's virtual reality. And they're bored out of their gourds, and they don't even know it. And they send a pod to Earth to look for plant life. And maybe that's as much as we should tell.
Yeah.
Although WALL-E falls in love with this little pod named Eve. And from there, it's a really heartfelt movie, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And I can't say enough about the animation. I've never seen anything like it. This was just like impossibly real.
I thought Ratatouille was a good animation.
Well, it is, but this is even more like you believe the landscape and everything is real. Everything about it is just, and they integrate actual footage of humans, which that surprised me with Fred Willard, who's always great. And then WALL-E learns love from some film clips he had, but I don't want to get into too much of that story.
Mm-hmm.
So, did you feel like, was it...
Well, I was annoyed. There was this little girl that was four seats away from me that kept asking questions to her dad. Why did they have to go back?
Yes, that was your movie-going experience. I didn't hear her on the other side. I didn't hear so much. Every once in a while, a little yip, 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 but didn't bother me. So the moral to that story is, if you don't like it, move. But the movie itself, funny?
Mm-hmm. Was
it funny?
Yeah, I didn't laugh in the theater.
I laughed a few times, but really touching, and yet it's a environmental cautionary tale and a story about taking care of your planet, I believe, more than anything. And then WALL-E finds love. I think it's going to take a little while to digest it. Excellent. We were really recommending you go see it, though, right? All people. I think it might even be more for adults in a way than for kids in some way. It's not as, crazy. Well, I don't know. I have to think about it a little more, but really
let's not tell the whole story.
No, I'm done telling the story. That's it. So anyway, that's it for this week for us, but really go see it. What a beautiful movie. Really heartfelt. And
I'm getting a little teary.
I am. I feel like Jack. Are you crying? No. I just got a little WALL-E in my eye. So, we aren't going to do Lost this week. We got so much going on as usual, but we will do our episode for next week. And at the end of this little thing, if you stay for the little credit piece we always do, there's going to be a little footage of something that I filmed recently that didn't quite work. We had to abort. But for the people involved, There's your little moment of fame. We'll put in little clips of you dancing around and saying hey. And we will be doing the real commercials soon. So, as always, see you next week when we talk about Hancock, I guess. And we do our last episode.
Hancock.
Hancock. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
For that?
Mm-hmm.
You ready to say goodbye?
Yeah.
Peace out. You scared me.